Hello, I'm Danny De Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Thanks for tuning in. This is actually I think it's video 5 on a series of videos I did to help people get a better understanding about crypto and things related to the industry. Now, I've done 60 videos since I've actually done another video in the series. This one is about the types of different crypto scams that are out there. I went to ChatGPT and I asked it to give me a list. I also went to perplexity.ai and asked it different types of crypto scams that are available. And I don't really want to bore you with reading stuff. I kind of want to give you a layman's sort of point of view on the different types of scams. More importantly, how they actually work. Because I believe that most of the scams are about building relationships with you. How many times have you befriended somebody in a social group and you thought they were good and genuine, and then they go, hey, I've actually got this opportunity that I've been involved in, and I'm thinking it would be a good opportunity for you to be involved in it as well. Don't you feel duped when you get those words coming out of what you think is a new friend? This is how a lot of these crypto scams actually happen. It's all about building a relationship of trust with people. So I'm just asking you guys to be a little bit more dubious. Dubious? I don't know if that's a word. Let's put it in there anyway. Be careful to the types of people that you communicate with. Telegram, great little program. Facebook, Messenger, awesome way to communicate with friends or family. WhatsApp, awesome. So all these programs are designed for people to sit in these massive offices, often in India or maybe, I don't know, Cambodia, maybe Thailand, maybe Dubai. In fact, it's so easy for them to get there and just chit-chat away to you for weeks before they ask you if you want to be involved in some sort of opportunity. And they'll often say, I'm involved, and I think it would be a good idea for you to be involved as well. So you want to get your flag out, and I've got a red flag in the office, and you want to actually spot these people and cut them off at the knees before they get any traction. The one that I'm really good at busting is Ponzi schemes. Now, people often criticize me and they say that you just call everything a scam on the internet. And it's not really true, but I do find it incredibly easy. One of my Avengers said to me the other day, I can look at something within 10 seconds and tell you it's a scam. They're all formatted exactly the same. Now, it doesn't matter what flavor milkshake you want to drink, they're all milkshakes. They often promise you unrealistic returns for your investment. And they even label investments as rewards, like you're some sort of little wee kid that needs some reward by being loyal to a company. What happened to good old-fashioned business? I want to know. I'm entrepreneurial. I've been self-employed for over 30 years. I've done some really neat things online. Now, recently, Bitcoin Rodney has got arrested. And I've been researching a lot of his historical videos. And he used to work out of the basement of his, I think it's his grandmother's or his mother's house. And he used to do a lot of affiliate marketing. That's where you would find a product or maybe something that you do and you tell 5 friends about it. And if one of those 5 friends sign up, you'll get a check or a percentage of the money that they spend. And that's what affiliate marketing is all about. Now, I've done affiliate marketing. In fact, in a 4-month period, I made $100,000 from promoting other people's products. I'm based in New Zealand. Their products were based in America and the UK. And when I sold the products, well, pushed people to the products, and they thought they would make an informed decision and buy the products, those companies would give me 50% of the sales price. That's right. And I was getting checks in the mail for $5,000, $7,000 US dollars turning up in my PO box. And I'd go to the bank. The exchange rate was good. So it was in 2004, and I was getting a lot of money from promoting these companies. And then Google AdWords came out, everything changed, and basically within a couple of weeks, my competitive advantage fell over and I couldn't generate any more sales. But I made hay while the sun shines. Now, it's probably not the products I want to tell you that I was selling or I was promoting, but what I did is I used some real clever strategies. I found one product that was selling really well and people were buying it. And then as soon as people started buying it, I found their competitor and I added them all onto a website. I'm a website developer. It was easy for me to keep adding clusters of information together where people would click on it. And the website that I had was getting up to 25,000 people a day going to it. So I was on the pig's back. I thought that it will never stop this money. I've discovered how to be one of those wealthy guys that you now see on Instagram. But it all fell over. And then I started looking for other things to do. So I've always been into hustles online. And that's how I support myself now. I have drop shipping websites, and that generates just barely enough to get by, not quite, but enough. And it's something that is easy to get into if you've got the knowledge I have on how online shopping works. I always say to people, the idea of putting your money into a Ponzi scheme or into an opportunity and getting high returns in a short period of time is something we all dream about. I want money. I'd like to have more money than a bull can shit. But realistically, is it possible to put your money into something that doesn't have a product or a service and actually make a lot of money? The answer to that, my friends, is no. So I often say to people, I identify scams really simply. And I've said this in other videos in the series that you may have already watched. The first one is, does it involve crypto? Do you need to use crypto to pay somebody? Can I put their money into their bank account if I ask them to? Do a test. If somebody goes, oh, no, we only take crypto, they'll come up with some reason. But you want to think about it. If you can't put it into their bank account, then they're not a regulated or a registered business. The second thing is, does their platform or their opportunity have a reward for people who refer other people into it? Ask like you want to recommend it. And they'll go, oh, yes, yes, yes. We pay 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% if people want to get involved in the opportunity. It all depends how many people you've got behind you. Then all of a sudden, it's not a business opportunity. It's a multi-level marketing opportunity. And you want to stay away from that type of thing. And the other one, there's only three things I go for. Does it sound too good to be true? Come on, wake up. Listen to those words. Does it sound like something you want? Because they would have packaged it up to sound very good. So I'm going to go through some of the things that these guys did come up with. And one of them is pig butchering scams. And they build trust with the victim over time. So you'll find some friend that loves you on WhatsApp, Telegram, or maybe Facebook Messenger. And they'll go, hi. And you'll go, hi. And they'll go, where are you from? And you'll go, where are you from? And you'll have all these chit-chat conversations going on. Eventually, they realize they've got somebody who's a bit lonely, perhaps, and they'll start chit-chatting with you. A lot of those are romance scams where some old guy will befriend some 21-year-old lady who loves him dearly. And they'll ask you to start doing little favors for them. And eventually, it will turn into money. And they'll ask you if you can help them buy something small. They'll test the waters. They'll get you used to the payment gateway. They'll teach you how to set up your crypto wallet so you can send them some money. Be aware of those ones. Ones I didn't really get into, fake airdrops. Ones I don't really like is the ones that I've seen is the pump and dump crypto opportunities. Now, there was a company that tried to sue me for $3.8 million for defamation just last year. They chickened out at the end. They filed a discontinuance an hour and a half before it went to the New Zealand High Court. And I'm sitting there in the High Court, and the judge holds up a piece of paper and says to the person that was going after me's lawyers, have you filed a discontinuance? And they went, yeah. And anyway, I got awarded all the court costs, not that they paid it, but the point is they were trying to gag me. The reason why that company was trying to do that is they were a company called Luna-1. And Luna-1 basically did a 3-month marketing campaign with what looked like a reputable YouTube channel called The Run Guys. The Run Guys promoted the fact that this company was going to launch their token on the market on a certain day. And then when that day come, the tokens would be launched at 25 cents each. But however, there was an opportunity for you to participate in the pre-sale. And you could buy these tokens cheaper if you bought them earlier for 15 cents each. So on market day, you were theoretically going to make 80% return on your investment just because you participated in a pre-sale. On launch day, they launched the token at 5 cents each. And they wrote a letter on their blog basically saying they got some advice one day before, saying that it would be better for the company's long-term jeopardy, whatever it's called, if they released it at 5 cents instead of 25 cents. 11,000 people had theoretically invested. 42 of those people to date have actually come forward and told us that they were duped by this company called the Runway Guys. They removed all their videos to do with that campaign. They did a Dear John video, which I'm sure has been removed now, basically explaining they were shocked, just like everyone else. But those YouTube influencers received enough tokens to buy a couple of sports cars, so I was told. Now, that company didn't like me exposing them. I started looking into this guy. Between the 40-odd people that added up, over $850,000 was lost. The average investor was around about $10,000. Just 3 days ago, I had somebody reach out to me, even though that was 12 months ago now, telling me that they had invested $18,000 and they wished they had listened to me or they were aware of such Ponzi schemes or scams, pump and dump crypto scams. Now, it doesn't matter what I say to people, they will not listen to me until they've been burnt. So please do reach out to me via my website if you need any advice. Another scam that's going on at the moment is a company called We Are All Satoshi. They've gone away and they've paid a company, which I've found, 3 companies that provide white label arbitrage trading flash loan services. Translated, that you go there and they think they've got a product and they show you something really clever. You basically go and you look for they give you 2 exchanges, one that's got a deficiency. So something will be selling on one exchange for $10,000 and on the other exchange, they can buy it for $9,500, which means the money in between, the difference between both platforms is a place where you can switch from one to the other and make profit in between. And they've made it all complicated. They've set up a website that looks pretty clever. But what they're actually doing is they're telling people that to buy, you need to use their platform, you need to buy a license. And the licenses start from $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. I might have got one extra in there. What you do, if you go along and you pay $10,000 for a license, they basically tell you need to do this before the 1st of March, because after the 1st of March, which is coming up, or been if you're watching this in the past, you're only going to get 2 times the flash loan money that they've got on offer. But if you buy it before the 1st of March, then you're going to get 3 times. So what they do is you buy a license, they let you trade on what you think is arbitrage trading. They give you $50,000 worth of flash loan money to play with because they're claiming that their system is only on beta trial. So with the $50,000 that you can get used to using the system, and also you can show your friends and family how it works so they can also sign up. And if they sign up, you will get a backhander of 10% of the sale. Now, a long ballooted story is We Are All Satoshi is started from a guy called Sam Lee. Now, Sam Lee has actually been charged from America for serious fraud in connection to Hyperverse and Hypertech Group. Sam Lee is an Australian citizen. Even Australia, to this date and this time when I'm doing this video, haven't charged him for his criminal acts, even though just this morning I did a video talking all about it, and I won't go down that track. But my point is that they've come up with something that people think is real. The reason why people think it's real is something to look out for, is because they're receiving money for doing what they think is arbitrage trading, and it's turning up in their MetaMask wallet. Now, with my Avengers that I have on board, we have some really clever people available. One of those guys is called Crypto G, and with a little help from a lady called Susie, oh my goodness, Susie, I've forgotten your last name, Susie Stealth. We've all got nicknames. Susie Stealth, we've managed to track that the payment that's been received for arbitrage trading that isn't real has actually been manually done from another separate crypto wallet address. And if you work your butt off with your $50,000 worth of flash loan money, the most I've seen anyone got is just over $800. So you put $10,000 in, you trade for 2 weeks, and then you get $800 back. That's all the money these people will ever get. Because on the 1st of March, if they did actually let people have all the flash loan money, they would actually have to pay out, we worked out about $45,000, which is making it unsustainable, unless you've been busy recruiting it to your friends and family. Now, we've been watching their Zoom meetings, and often I will crash their Zoom meetings, and they've been getting from 50 up to 950 people attending their Zoom meetings. And this will get traction, no matter what Danny De Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, does, because people just can't get over the fact that they've traded, they've done something, and they've got a trickle bit of that money back into their real world wallets. Even though the money that's getting put into their real world wallets is coming from a third party, and they don't believe so, even though we can show them on the blockchain that this is actually happening, we just won't be able to stop these people. So we go out there and we name and shame, we do videos. We'll find that they will block us, they will go after us. Like even just this morning, I got one of my videos blocked in the UK, claiming that somebody feels like they're doing a defamation case against me. It's just an ongoing battle. But hey, no doubt you're watching my YouTube channel because you trust me. And no doubt you've watched all my other videos, and you'll see what extent I will go to warn people. Does it sound unusual? If you use some logic with this arbitrage trading system, let's just say, if it was so good, why don't they sell the license to some big company like Microsoft or Apple? Why don't they hire a building full of people and do their own arbitrage trading within house and make money hand over fist? Because mathematically speaking, it's too good to be true. But their argument, they have an answer for everything. They're claiming that they want to share this with the greater world. But no one, and there's no one can actually answer this question. Even Shavis, the guy that's behind the company, doesn't have a last name, even though I found his last name and he offered me $10,000 for doing so. Shavis Amwar is his real name. He has made numerous lies. We've caught him out of numerous things. People just still are in disbelief because they get that money in their MetaMask wallet. Long story short, on the 1st of March, they will come up with some excuse. Just a couple of days ago, they've now released things like they're going to make it open to the public, and you don't have to sign up for a We Are All Satoshi account. There's money gone missing. There's meant to be vaults of money where 30% of all the money that was coming into We Are All Satoshi was going into a vault horizon. All the money got cleaned out of that vault. It got moved over to a secondary vault. And then all of a sudden for a month, I'm going, there's no money in the vaults. Where's all the money gone? And then they come up with this cock and bull story about how it's all been moved into a bank called Kasha Bank, which is a Indian crypto bank that pays 36% per annum. Does that sound too good to be true? So there's all these scams and all these opportunities. So often even these crypto trading platforms is a scam. Now, I had a lady reach out to me. Her name is V.E.N.D. She's absolutely lovely. She has actually given away $128,000 of her superannuation fund. She's mortified. She goes to work, pretends nothing's wrong, but she comes home and she's often up late at night trying to work with these crypto companies that claim that they can get your money back. Please, please do not listen to anyone that claims they can get your crypto back. Reach out to me and I will show you these guys. She went to 2 crypto recovery websites that claim, and she thought one of them must be able to do it. If it was that easy to do, crypto would fall over tomorrow. Everything's on the blockchain. Everything's encrypted. Everything needs passcodes. There's no way that any one company can claw back your money. If you're in the UK and you paid with your bank, there is something going down at the moment where some of the banks are actually being forced to pay back the money you invested in these crypto platforms because they didn't do enough due diligence to actually warn you about investing in these crypto platforms. But that doesn't apply to every country, obviously. So Let's be cautious. Let's think about it. Is it possible to get your money back from crypto once you've paid over? In my professional opinion, even in my unprofessional opinion, I would say absolutely 100% no. So don't fall for those scams. Another scam that I've seen people do who are what they call community leaders, they claim that they are doing a class action lawsuit against the people that have run these companies. That is utterly ridiculous. For a start, we often don't know the real people behind these schemes. There's a company called Hypertech Group who is behind a whole lot of these platforms that keep coming out of the same building in Dubai. We have tracked their crypto addresses and we can see money being passed back and forth through each scheme. So Diversal has been funding We Are All Satoshi. Now that's a pretty big statement to make, but Diversal is the dregs of Hyperverse, Hypernation, Hypercosmos, Hyperplanet, Hypercapital, Hyperfund, Hypertech Group. They're all connected. And now we've seen money being exchanged from Diversal, and we've even seen directors of Diversal talking on Zoom meetings with the same wallpaper that was behind them for another scam called VidiLook. And you might have heard of VidiLook 1, VidiLook 2, V.E.N.D, V.E.N.D 2, and now they're relaunching VidiLook 5. VidiLook 3 was called V.E.N.D, meaning VidiLook End. No more startups, no more crashing, no more people taking your money, and now they're on to version 5. And also scams like VAV. You might have heard of AVA. It was set up as a bit of a joke, I think, but they managed to scam thousands and thousands of dollars out of mum and dad investors because a lot of these people are referrals. I don't know about you, but if I get referred a job, often I know I've got the job even before the person turns up because we all like good referrals. Fake exchanges. Now, I use a lady, Vera. Now, I encourage Vera to tell her story to the Guardian newspaper. So if you go and search for Vera and the Guardian newspaper, you hear about a lady that's had a bit of a history when it comes to investing in crypto opportunities. She got invested in what she thought was a trading platform. They even appointed someone to help do her professional trading. She put $40,000 down on the table. $40,000 down on the table. This guy came along and said he was investing in diamonds, oil, and all the fancy things of life. Within 2 weeks, her $40,000 had disappeared. She complained to the company that provided the service. They gave her $10,000 on the platform for her to trade with. Would you believe in 2 days, she actually had generated $100,000 worth of good trades. Everything she traded turned to gold. And then she went to withdraw the money. And they said to her, no, you can't have the money because you used our $10,000 to generate those sales. But if you pay us $10,000 more, we will go halves with you. Now, if she paid that $10,000, thank goodness she didn't, she wouldn't have got any of that money out. She just would have been another $10,000 in the red. So then she was involved in Hyperverse. She paid $45,000 into Hyperverse, and when they were paying, she got $23,000 back. And then she was told once they fell over that she could transfer her money from, get this, from Hyperverse to Hypernation. She also invested another $15,000 in Hypernation, and she thought she could convert her Hyperverse dollars into Hypernation. Yes, these Ponzi schemes will help you and encourage you to convert your dead money into a new platform, not because they want to help you get your return back on your investment, but because they want to build you and want to introduce you to the new platform so that you're enticed to invest more money. Vera did. When she was told about Hypernation, she bought $15,000 of money. She also was encouraged to do this by a guy called Carl Miller. Now, Carl Miller is an expert when it comes to crypto. He is currently getting paid by the American taxpayer $738.60 a fortnight. He's on the dole. We busted this guy. We showed his payslip. We managed to get access to his computer when he was running a Zoom meeting. And I say we because the Avengers, let's go Bob Tugman, otherwise known as Charles, what's his other name? George. And he's got Dale is another name I've heard, but he's a guy that we've never actually seen in person, but he's caused a lot of ruckus. He managed to get access to Carl Miller's computer while he was doing a Zoom meeting and managed to bring up his payslip, would you believe? Anyway, he is claiming to be a crypto expert. He was advising Vera what to do with her money. And when V.A.V. came along, he encouraged her and her partner to invest in two accounts, and they put $3,000 down on the table. Now, they actually gave Vera a bank account to pay the money into. To my surprise, I lit up and said, "What the heck?" Yes. And I thought, well, because it went into a bank account, surely you can go back to the bank and they can claw it back. Now, this company was allegedly going to give people back their initial investment within 48-hour period. When the money hit the bank account, they paid $200 to get it transferred to another bank account in Singapore, where I believe that Ryan Jew is hanging out, just saying while I'm talking there. So they couldn't claw back the money, even though the bank had this little wee stamp that proved it was authenticated with some sort of form of security that gave people peace of mind. They have not been able to get their money back. However, it did make for a good story for the Guardian newspaper. Check it out. So Vera, the reason I started telling you about Vera is because she was told that she could get her money back. And that's when I was introduced to Vera. Vera went to a company that gave her a guy that talked with an American accent who had a phone number which was +44, which is the UK, and he talked to her and convinced her that he could actually reclaim her crypto back. He even told her he was from a government organization. He even told her that they had had her funds that had gone missing flagged, and they had put it in a hold and they could get that money back. She paid him $1,800 because that's how much money they thought they could get out of Vera. So Vera paid $1,800 and they managed to claw back her money and put it into a website that was called private-wallet.net, which if you go there, it will be offline. They even gave her a username and password where she could go in and see her money. It was built on a WordPress website. If you're not very savvy, you fire up a WordPress website. It's not rocket science. It'd be De Hek science, I tell you. So I logged in there and I had a look, and it was a fake exchange. So be cautious of these fake exchanges. Often they will have branding that looks similar to a real exchange, and you'll find that the website address is not the proper website address. So you want to look out for that sort of stuff. And there's no such thing as an exchange that has money in it that you need to pay more money to get it out, because that's exactly what they said next. They said to her, see your money, log in and have a look at it. To get your money of this, we need to pay some licensing fees, blah, 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 blah. And another $1,800 was requested. And that's when she reached out to me and I go, stop giving your money away to these scammers. They don't care about you. They're just trying to scam the people that have been scammers. Absolutely shocking. So that's sort of most of it. And I think, like I actually got an email about a year ago in my inbox telling me that my car registration was due. And I decided to actually go and pay for that online while I was on the phone to Rob, my mate. And I paid it. And then I realized something was fishy about it. When I put in my credit card numbers, it didn't go through, and I had to resubmit it again and again and again, and it didn't work. But by that time, my credit card had been jeopardized. But that was because they did something that they were phishing. They used a company brand, and this is what they call a publishing scam. Fake websites or emails resembling legitimate crypto platforms, or in my case, it was my car registration, and the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger got duped. Had to wait a week for a new credit card, which was very disruptive. Anyway, guys, be cautious of any emails you get. Anything that looks like it's real and it's genuine, then have a look at the URL at the top. A URL is a uniform resource locator. It is the website address. So if you went to danny.co.nz, you'll find my website. It looks exactly the same as dehek.com, and it is the same website. But don't think for a minute that you can trust a website. Even if it's got the key and the security, I mean, be careful if anyone's asking you for crypto in any which way or form. And if your credit card number, and you're putting your credit card numbers in there, why not even check out the contact us button, ring up the company and ask them if they are represented by this website. Don't be hesitant to use the phone. Often you'll find a lot of these websites where you're sitting there thinking, oh, is it real? You really want to actually ring the phone numbers on the website, and you want to tell them the website that you're on, and just do some simple basic checks like that. I don't think there's anything else here. Investment scams, well, obviously, Exit scams, SIM swapping. Hackers gain control of victims' phone numbers by tricking customers. Yep, so they might actually ring up your phone provider and actually get control of your SIM card and maybe get control of your phone. I'm an Apple user, and so that makes it very hard to do so. Do set up two-step verification on all your passwords. Use a password tool. I use one which is really cool called NaughtPass, and it's brilliant, and I keep all my passwords on there. If you use the same password for numerous things, you are going to get hacked. If you can remember your password and type it in manually, you are going to get hacked. All your passwords should be at least 15 to 18 characters long, and they should actually be in a format where you can't look at them and remember them, if that makes sense. Identity theft, when you're filling out KYC details. I mean, I bought some crypto yesterday and I had to put in my my passport or my driver's license, the front and back cover. I had to tell them where I live, my home address. Giving out that information makes me feel like I don't want to do this, but I really wanted the crypto, so I did it anyway. But I was doing it on a MetaMask wallet, which I assume, but I have no idea where that information goes. So don't hand out your driver's license, your first name, your last name, your social security number, or anything like that unless you know where it's going, because you will be bitterly disappointed. I think I've covered the main ones that I know of. Malicious wallets and malicious apps. Try not to have good software on your computer. I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever had anything to do with McAfee's antivirus, it's the worst piece of software ever to get off your computer. And also it's the worst one because every day you get an email from what claims to be McAfee telling you that you need to pay your bill, even though you think, didn't I pay that last month? Or even like emails from PayPal telling you to click on a link. When you open your email box and you see a link, you can right click on it and you can go copy address, go and paste that into a web browser. Don't press enter, but you will see whether it is the real email address. You know, spelling mistakes in email correspondence, they'll miss out an A and change it to an O. Your human eye might miss it, but always go through those each letter at a time before you start giving out your personal details. I think identity theft is the thing that worries me the most. There's a guy by the name of Sam Lee, and he started up a company called Stable Deo, and that is basically collecting of KYC details, know your own customer. And would you believe he was actually on a stage about 10 months ago, or maybe 12 months ago, telling people he has a database of over 500,000 people that are crypto giants and leaders in the industry that he can market to. Where do you think he got that database from? He come along and he set up all these stupid crypto opportunities for everyone to sign up for, and the real value is him having your personal details. Watch who you give your details out. I hope this video was useful. And I'll be on to the next one, which will be security measures, which I've already discussed some of those things that you can take. But I just wanted to put out a video because it's been 60 videos since I've done my last series video of this is number 5. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on my lives that I do in the morning, New Zealand time. I'm normally on the internet streaming from 1 hour to 6 hours on my morning show. Please do tune in. Thanks for watching. I'm here to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. I really value having you here listen to my knowledge. See you guys.